Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to see a new Power BI project from start to end. And our today's topic is insurance risk and claims analysis. And this will be for different cars, how the insurance are being claimed and what is the amount and what are the reasons behind to claim those particular insurance, right? So this will be from start to end project. We will see everything step by step in this entire video from start to end. So you will be able to follow with whatever I will be doing, and the data which will be used for analysis is already available in the description box. So you will just have to go in the description of this particular video and you will be able to download the link which is available over there, right? Or through the link which is available over there, right? So in front of your screen, you can see this will be our final output. And so this will be the same which we will be designing from start to end. So let me give you the overview of this particular dashboard quick. So on the left hand side, you can see in vertical, there are some numbers which are visible for you, which are nothing but the KPIs, which is nothing but the key performance indicator. And this will be nothing but which will tell us the summary of the business at higher level, how the business is performing. So by looking at this particular numbers, you will come to know that in what direction your business is going, right? So you can see the total policies are there, the total amount claimed, and what is the claim frequency and the average amount which has been claimed for each particular claim, right? Then with respect to male and female, how many are the different total policies that have been claimed. And this will give you an overall idea of business, which is we can say a summary of the business. And if you want to deep dive in the data and find out more and more insights for different dimensions or for different aspects of that particular business, then you have to build different charts, right? So based on that, you can see at the top, I am using a single filter which is used to operate a dynamic measure. And this will be also operated by using different filters. So when you click on this particular slice of the pie, you can see the numbers are changing based on that. Similarly, if you want to see for different car make, let's say for Ford, then obviously also you can see for different age groups how it is performing. For different car year also you can see. And similar way you can also see for kids driving or not by education, and you can see by high school and all those things also, right? So this is how it will be performing. And if you see based on different, I can say particular measure, if you change the measure over here, you will be able to change the entire, we can say the number on this particular dashboard. That is nothing but initially it was showing by using total claim amount. The entire dashboard will be now showing the visuals based on total policies, right? So this will be an major filter, and it will be a main filter which is available for us, where you can directly change the measure which has been used in this entire charts, right? So we have used the dynamic title also over here. Different DAX calculations are being used. Different histograms are being used, and how to build those histogram based on the age of that particular claim, right? Or the person who is raising that particular claim against its car, right? So this is by using car use, by car make, by coverage zone, by age group, by car year, right? So in which particular that particular car was bought or its manufacturing year, we can see. And by kids driving, it is nothing but whether right. So let's say you are the owner and you are having a kid, one kid, two kid, three kids, like based on that. So zero is nothing but no kid was driving, the owner himself was driving the car when the accident happened, right? And against which the claim has been raised likewise, right? We will see the entire business knowledge also. I have created an entire domain document for you, where you will be able to read it and you will be able to understand what are the meanings of different fields in this particular deal, right? So and then based on a different car year, how the claims are being raised. Then by education, right? So by different profession of the claimers, how many claim amount is been raised and how many total number of policies are been raised. And by education and marital status also we will be able to visualize this, right? So this is an you can say an overview dashboard for this insurance risk and claims analysis. Obviously you can do more and more analysis in this, and as I told, there will be one main filter available or a slicer available, and based on view also by visibility on the dashboard itself, you can just click on, let's say you want to see for commercial, you just have to click, and entire dashboard will be filtered for that particular slice which you are selecting. Let's say you want to see entire dashboard for Toyota, so I'll just have to click on Toyota, and entire dashboard now will be visible for you for only Toyota car make, and it's what are the total policies range, what are the total claim amount, and all those information will be only for Toyota, right? Likewise, so if you want to see for age group between, let's say 26 to 25, so just have to click it, and then entire dashboard will be visible for you for 35, so 26 to 35 age group, right? So likewise, it is completely dynamic. Everything, all color codes and everything will be mentioned in this particular video. The start and process will be available in this particular video so that you can follow along, and obviously you can add this particular kind of this particular project in your resume as well as in your portfolio. And at the end of this particular video, I will also tell you how to publish this particular dashboard onto the server, right? That is nothing but onto the Power BI service. So as I mentioned, I will also at the end, I will show you how to publish this particular report on Power BI service. So you can see this is the Power BI service page. I have already published this particular report onto this particular you can see Power BI service, and here you can see this is the report which is published. So when I click on this report, you will be able to see this particular report on Power BI service. So it will be a complete end-to-end capstone project where you will see from start to end everything, create it in Power BI desktop, and at the end publish it on Power BI service, so that all or we can say multiple people who are going to view this particular dashboard, they will be able to directly view on this particular Power BI service, right? And which is the industrial process also, right? In real time you have to publish it in Power BI service, so that let's say 1,000 people, 2,000 people, whoever you will be adding to this particular dashboard or this server, they will be able to see those and take insights from this particular dashboard. Okay, so in front of your screen here you can see I have created a domain document for this particular entire project. So from where you can take the knowledge of this particular domain, that is nothing but this is a insurance domain project, and to gain the knowledge of that particular company or to gain the knowledge of entire domain, you will be provided with some documents. So this will happen in real time also. Your customer or your client, not customer, your client will provide you entire set of documents, or he will provide you set of videos where he will ask you to read those and gain all the knowledge of their company and the data as well, so that it will be easy for you to do the analysis based on the requirements which are provided by the business, right, or by the stakeholders. So this is entire requirement, or we can say domain document, which has been created. You can go ahead and read it. So you can see there are different fields available in this particular data, and based on this particular field which has been available, I have created this document. You can just go ahead and read this. That is what you will be able to understand what is the meaning of each and every field, and why we are using it in our data, and how it will help you to use it in your analysis as well, right? So this is the domain document which I have created. Next, what let me just explain you what are the business requirement for us from our client, right? So this is nothing but a simple document which I've created, but in real time what happens is you will be provided with BRD, right? So BRD is nothing but business requirement document, or we also called it as SOW. It is nothing but called as statement of work, or also called as FRD, nothing but functional requirement documents, right? And sometimes they just call it a document, a requirement document, a business requirement, or a requirements, right? So there are different terminologies, different names being used from company to company, but meaning of it is same. That is nothing but based on that document you have to create a dashboard, right? Or ultimately you have to create a report which will be useful for a client to take an insights from, right? So here I have created a simple business document based on my knowledge, which will be used for analysis of this particular video, where I have created two sections, that is nothing but KPIs requirement and charts requirement. So I already told you at the start of this particular video what is a KPI. KPI is nothing but a key performance indicator, which will be a key measure or a high level measure, which will provide us the summary of the business, right? When I say summary of the business, it is nothing but by looking at those particular measures or at those numbers, you will just come to know that how your business is performing, whether you are making a profit or whether you are making loss, right? So just at higher level, right? So based on those, what we have to do is we have to create five different measures over here. Nothing first is nothing but total policies, and this is nothing but to find out the active customer base which that insurance company is having. Then we will find out total claim amount. The total claim amount is nothing but to find out how much overall financial impact of the claims are been happening on those business, right? So it is very easy, right? So you go ahead and buy some insurance from different insurance companies, right? So they are always profitable unless and until you are making a claim, right? So let's say you are raising a claim because you like there is an accident which has been offered by your car, either by you or by your family members, right? So what happens, you will go ahead and claim some amount. So whatever claim amount you will be claiming, it will be impacting those financial health of that particular insurance company, right? So it is important for them to understand what is the claim amount, right? So in this we don't have premium amount, how much he has been, how much that particular customer has paid. So here we won't able to analyze those, but if you have that data, then you will be able to make an analysis of what is the premium amount they have paid for that particular year and how much amount they have claimed against that particular premium because they have that their car has been damaged and then they are raising those claims, right? Then claim frequency is nothing but if he is raising a claim, then within those particular period of time or in 1 year, how many times he is raising the claims, right? Then average claim amount, it is important to claim the or see the potential risk exposure as well, right, for the insurance company. For a single car or for a single claim, what is the average amount being claimed? That is important measure for all the insurance companies. Then we will find out gender wise total policies also, right? Based on male and female, they will segment those, and based on that, they will be able to target the policy based on genders, right? So let me tell you the data which we are having in this particular project. It is demo data. It's not a real time data. So I have used the demo data of one of the company, and I have changed those numerical values because we are not allowed to use the original data because it will be a kind of data piracy. And so we should not get in the problem. So that's the reason I have used the demo data. So the numbers you will be seeing in front of your screen, those will look like those are not making sense. But whatever the process we are following and the type of claims we are. Okay, so this is what I have just provided you the overview of this entire you can say data we have, which is the demo data, right? So now let's move ahead. That we are going to do is the charts requirement. So whenever we have to deep dive in the data and go beyond the KPIs, then we have to analyze the aspect of insurance policies and claims, right? And that is okay, that can be done by different charts where we can find different patterns, relationships, and anomalies across different customer demographics, different claim behaviors, different car details, and based on different stakeholders, there will be different kind of requirements that we might be having and that we are going to analyze over here, right? So as I told you at the initial overview of the dashboard, that there will be we can say two important measures that we are going to analyze in this entire video. or in this entire project. That is, first is the total claim amount we have to find out all the charts on, and the total policies. So this will be same for all the charts, right? That is the total claim amount and total policies we have to find out for all the charts, right? So this will be a dynamic measure that we have to toggle between these, so that the charts will be changing, and based on that we can take different insights from those charts, right? So what are the visualization requirements we have is by using car use, right? So this will be the field which we are having. We have to find out the distribution and claim amount based on how the cars are being used, right? So whether those cars are being used personally, or whether they are being used for commercial use or any other use. So based on those, how the distribution of claims are being there, right? Then based on car make, right? So it is nothing but based on different brand cars, right? So which are the number of policies which are being claimed, and which will be useful for highlighting the brand based risk also, right? So, and it will also help us to understand that which people, or which car makers are opting for your policy, and which are highest making or highest selling cars as well. So there are multiple insights that can be taken based on car make, and based on coverage zone also, right? So based on different geographical zones and regional risks, we have to do this particular analysis as well, right? Then based on age group, we have to create a histogram chart, right? So based on the policy holders age distribution, and we will be segregating those in different age brackets, and we will be identifying how much claim amount they are raising, right? Then based on car year, it is nothing but the year of manufacture of that particular car. We will be finding out the counts and claims amount, right? Then kids driving, right? So it is nothing but to find out the impact of young drivers, right? On the policy. Young drivers is nothing but, and when I say it's kids driving, it is nothing but the car has been brought by his dad or his mother, but it has been driven by their kids, right? It may be one kid, two kids, and those kids are, importing their cars, and based on that, they are raising those particular claims, right? Then based on education also, like based on what level of education those policy holder and car owner have, how the insurance policy has been adopted, and how the claims are being raised, right? And at the last, by education and marital status, where we will be creating a heat map. So based on combination of both education and marital status, we'll be highlighting those customers and those profiles and those policies which are raising frequent claims, and going for higher claim amounts as well, right? So this is a simple requirement document that we have, based on which we are going to do the analysis on this particular entire video, right? So now moving ahead, let me tell you the data also. So we will quickly go through the data which we have over here. So before moving ahead into our project, let me introduce you to my website. So with request to many subscribers, I have created a website where I am going to present you different projects, capstone projects, projects which are at advanced level, data analysis, complete materials and everything, right? So if you come to this particular project, you can see I am a verified on this particular website. They are valuable customers, and you can see what are my achievements over here. All achievements are there, right? So you can see more than 4,000 bookings are there over here. All right, so people are going ahead buying this, and which is helping them in their interviews, in their journey, and for different projects as well. So I have added different projects over here if you want them individually. I have also added a data analyst complete roadmap material. So when you click on it, you will be able to see what you are getting in this particular material. And if you go down, everything is been added over here. Everything that what you will be getting into this particular material, right? And you can also reach out to me on this particular number or an email if you have any doubt, and if you want to talk with me before purchasing these particular materials, right? So this data analysis complete material have all the roadmaps, different kind of projects you can see. And I used to update this material from time to time. The access of this material will be for you for 1 year, right? And these projects will be updated. Each and every material, each and every video links which are available in this will be updated for you, right? If you want, you can go ahead and watch this particular roadmap also. I will add the link, that is the latest roadmap which I've added, right? Then this is a capstone project which is in finance domain, which is the most used or most loved domain for data analysis, right? So it is in Power BI, SQL, Python, Excel, and W. All the data analysis materials or those particular tools are being used. Then I also have Power BI projects, advanced projects are there. And you can see 24 projects you will get in this particular package, right? Similar way, I also have Tableau projects. I also have Excel projects if you want. 16 Tableau projects are there, 10 Excel projects are there, and some individual and high level, advanced Power BI projects, right? And other projects, right? And if you want to go with some specific other materials also, let's say you want to go with Power BI material, you want to go with Tableau material, you can go ahead and purchase those also if you don't want to want that complete package, right? So you can just go and explore this. Similar way, if you want to connect with me for one-on-one interview preparation, or you want some career guidance, you can book a call from here as well, right? So there are multiple options available. Many digital products are available. You can go ahead and explore this. If you like it, you can go ahead and purchase it. If you have doubt in all of this, you can just come to me. You can talk with me, and we can resolve your queries. All right. So now let's move ahead and move with our project. So this is the data that we have, and by help of which we are going to make use of, or we are going to make use of this particular data, and then we'll be using this for analysis in this particular project, right? And so there are different fields which are available. That is nothing but I can say the different columns that are available are 17, and based on these 17 columns we are going to make use. And the total rows which we have is 37,543. So it is more than 37,000 data is available for us, right? So then we will just go through each and every field. I will just explain you. Also, as I told you initially, I have created a domain document, so you can see, you can read this entire domain document, and which will help you to understand entire data. So you can download it in, and it will be available in the description box, from where you can download and you can read it. And you can use it for your own study as well, right? So first field which we have is an ID field. It is nothing but a unique number which is given to those policy holders, right? And based on those particular ID, or we can also call this as a policy number. And based on those, we will see how much claim amount they have been raising, right? So this is the claim amount, that is nothing but ID we have. And we have, and make a note that it will be unique for each and every row. So this will be a unique identifier for each and every row for our data. So we can consider that this is a kind of a primary key which is available in our data. Then we have birth date, but it is nothing but the date of birth of that policy holder, right? So based on from which we can find out the age of that particular policy holder, and we can create, or we can segregate different age groups from this particular birth date, right? Then we have car color, right? So car color is nothing but which color of that car is there, which is straightforward. Car make is nothing but which company that particular car belongs to. There are multiple different types of manufacturers are there. That car model is nothing but of that particular car make, which is the model that that particular policy holder is driving. Then what is the use of that car, whether it is used for a private purpose or commercial purpose, right? And then we have car year is nothing but the year, which is the year in which that particular car is been manufactured. And coverage zone, right? So whether he is getting those covered, or we can also claim registered for rural area, urban area, semi-urban, or suburban, like different kinds of coverage zone are there. Then education, whether that particular fellow is in high school, is doing his masters or bachelor's or PhD. All right. Then what is his gender? Then what is his marital status, single, divorce, and whether he is a parent, right? And if he is a parent, then he might be having children. And if he is not a parent, still he might be having children because they might be divorced and all those things, right? So depend on that we have. So we have claim amount which is repeated over here. So I will just okay. So then we have the claim amount. Claim amount is nothing but how much the claim has been settled for raising that particular claim. So there is nothing but the claim amount which has been provided by the insurance company for that particular raised claim, right? Then what is the claim frequency is nothing but in that particular year, how many times the claim has been raised from that particular policyholder, right? So then this is his household income, right? How much income he have, and that is his annual income, right? So that can be considered. And kids driving is nothing but if that particular fellow is having different kids, and then those kids are driving those cars, right? So when two kids are driving those cars, right? He's having two kids and both of them are driving, and those kids might be impacting their car, or they might be creating those accidents, and based on those they might be raising those particular claims from that insurance company, right? So this is how the data we have from start. That is nothing but, and the data will be available for you to download in the description box. You can use the same data and you can do the analysis based on the requirements which we have. So now let's move ahead and then we will see the actual design that we will be starting our design from. Alright guys, so now I have taken a new Power BI desktop work file, right? So this is nothing but a new file which I have taken. And now in this, what we will be doing first is we will import the data which we'll be using for our analysis. And as I told you, you can download the data from the description box, save it, and then you can use for your own analysis. Right. So the now data which we have is in the form of Excel file. And if you see over here, you can see this is an Excel file which you are having. So I have purposefully added it in an Excel file because when I'm using a CSV file, there are some data changes and it is mostly for the dates, and you are not getting the same results which I am getting. That's the reason I have created it in XLSX file. So now XLSX file, so what you have to do is you have to get the data, right? So for that I will just increase this, and then in get data, that is in home ribbon, in get data you have an option called Excel workbook, right? So where you can click either here or you can directly click over here also, and it will ask you to locate your file. So just locate your file which you have downloaded. So I've just located this file and I will just click on open. So it will just take some time for I'll just save this first and close this, and I will just again relocate it. So this is the file. I'll just click on open, and it will just take some time to load the entire data. And then this is the data table which we are going to use. Just click on that and you will be able to see the preview of the data first, and I'll just click on load. So after that, entire data which is there, it will be loaded in our Power BI desktop, and then you will be able to see that data as well, right? So you can see the data has been loaded. If you want to see the data, then at the left hand side you have to click on table view, and you can see the entire data over here, and you can see this is the table which is there. When I click on the drop down, you will be able to see all those fields, and this is the nothing but the summation marks are available over here. These are nothing but the numerical fields which are directly automatically converted to measures, right? So what I can do is I will just explain you and whether our data is being imported correctly or not. So I will just entirely open this file again. And if you see over here at the bottom, you can see the count of data is 37543, which is one is header. So if you take out that, so it will be 37542. And if you check our Power BI, you can see 37542, the entire data has been loaded in our Power BI, right? So this is how you have to validate it. I will just go to home button over here, home ribbon over here, and now we have to check if any data cleaning is required in this particular data. And if not required, then we will have to check the quality of the data as well. So for that I will just go to home ribbon and I will click on this transform button. As soon as you click on this transform button, it will take you to a new tab, which is nothing but a Power Query tab, which is inbuilt in Power BI. So I'll just click on the Power Transform button. You can see a Power Query editor has been opened, where you can do multiple operations on this particular table. That is nothing but cleaning of the data and everything, right? So what I will do is I have just just let me tell you that there is no cleaning required, right? So no transformation of the data has been required for us over here because the data has been already cleaned for us. So it is ready to use, but just we have to check if the quality of the data is good. And when I say quality, so how to check it? You can see already it has been activated for here. But if you are not able to see this kind of lines over here, you can just go to view and you can just click on column quality. Just check this and column distribution, right? So it will be giving us first 1000 data, and based on that first 1000 data, we will be able to understand whether cleaning is required and whether the quality of data is good or not, right? So if you see over here, the first is the ID column, and here you can see it is valid 100%, error is 0%, empty 0%. So this tells us about the quality of the data, and which is very good, right? So quality of the data is good because it is 100% valid. Error is 0%. Error should be 0%, right? Always remember. There might be empty cells in the data based on different domain to domain and requirements, but it should be that error should be 0% always, right? And here you can see it is telling us that 100 distinct values and 1000 distinct and 1000 unique values. What does it mean? That each and every row of this particular for this particular field, it is having unique value, which is a unique identifier. We can also call it as policy ID or policy number as well, right? So this will be a unique key for our data. Then so the same you can change for all the columns as well. Check if it is valid 100%, and you will come to know that yeah, it is valid for all the columns, that it is valid. And here you can see there are 972 distinct and 946 unique value. What does it mean? That there are some peoples which are having same ages, or right, we can say same birth date, and which is possible, right? We can have same birth date. So it is, that's the reason it is 972 distinct and 946 unique, right? So that's the reason over here that it is mentioned in this particular way, right? If it is distinct and unique are the same numbers, then it is been called it as a primary key for us, right? So similar way, this is how you check the quality of the data. And primary key also for which, for it can be a unique number. It should not be a measure, right? It should be identifier, a transactional value, or we can say a dimension value, not a transaction. A dimension value should be there for that, right? Not a major value, right? Here you can see this claim amounts are different, and you will say this can be also considered as a primary key. No, this is a transactional value which can change anytime, so it cannot be considered as a primary key, right? So this is how you check the quality of the data, and after everything has been checked, you have to go to home button and you have to click close and apply. As soon as you do it, all the changes or any changes you make in Power Query, those will be reflected here in Power BI with all the changes. But we haven't done any because the data is already structured and clean, and it is already ready for our analysis, right? So now this is about data, and then we will go to report view now. And because it is a single table, we do not have to do any data modeling. But I have created multiple projects where you will be able to do data modeling for multiple tables, 4 to 5 tables. So many projects are being created. The link is already available in the description, and you can also check my channel as well. Different playlists are available from where you will be able to find those particular videos and do that advanced analysis as well, right? So now this is the page set where, or the canvas where we are going to build our dashboard. So we will quickly do our page setup first. So for that, I will go to format your report page, and I will just go to canvas settings, and I will change the height and width pixel for us. So by default it is 16 as to 9. I will just click here and I will choose custom. So height I will choose for me as 950. Okay, 950 pixels, and width I will choose it as 1600. Okay, and alignment which is top, I will just choose it as middle. So you can see in vertical manner it will be uh, middle, right? So whatever design we'll be doing, it will be in middle page, right? Or middle of this particular image. right? Now we will set our background for this, right? So you can see background is there, canvas background. So I will just choose the black background for us, but I have chosen the color, but it is not been reflected over here because transparency of this particular page is 100%. It is 100% transparent, so we'll make it to 0%. As soon as you do, you can see a black color page is available in front of us, right? Now next what we will do, we will add the title of our dashboard. So for that, I will just go in insert. Here you have a text box. I'll just click on that. I'll bring it over here, increase it likewise, and I will just type here, right? So the name is nothing but insurance risk and claims analysis, right? And now I'll just select this entire text. I will choose the size as 32. I will choose the font as Calibri. I will make it bold, right? And I'll reduce it now likewise. And now what I will do, just select this and I will make this particular text as white, right? So you can see it is made white. So that's the reason it is not visible, because background is also white. So now I'll do select this. I will just go to effects and I will turn off the background, and now it is visible, right? And I will just bring it over here at the top. So just to bring it over here. So this is nothing but our heading of our dashboard, right? So this is insurance risk and claim analysis as a heading of our dashboard. And next, what we have to do is I will add a placeholder first, right? So here you can see this is the placeholder which I have created in this particular dashboard. So I will create a same placeholder over here as well. So for that, I will go in shapes and I will be using a rounded rectangle, all four corners. So just select it, right? I'll just reduce it like this. I will take at the top, right? And I will just go to general, then go to properties. And here I will choose the height of this as 850, and width for this I will choose it as 330, right? So this will be height and width. Then go to shape, and in shape I will choose this particular rounded rectangle as nothing but this corner radius as 6, right? And style, I will just give the color for this. I will be using a color code. So just see what color code I'm using. I'm using hashtag 022FTA. Okay. So this is the color code which I'll be using. Border also I will be using. And the border which I'll be using will be of 2 pixels. And I will choose the color code for this as well, which will be hashtag 006C64. Okay. So this will be the color code, and glow also I will increase the glow of this as well, and I will make it as 50%, 50% as a glow, and sorry, 50%. And the color of the glow also I'll choose it as it's nothing but hashtag 008D83. Okay, so this will be the glow color. All right, and now our background has been set. So I'll just bring it nice and clean over here. Okay, so in same way, here you can see I have added those background over here, right? So I'll just take it a bit down. Oops. Okay, and based on that, we will add just our title also at the exit, right? So now this is the placeholders. That is nothing but all the charts and KPIs. Those will be placed on this kind of placeholder or a background, a different kind of background where it will be able to highlight those particular numbers, and it will be helpful to distinguish different shapes as well, right? And it will be looking good as also for our analysis, right? So this is the placeholder which we are going to use. And now we will go ahead and do our requirements, or we will just design our requirements. First is nothing but KPIs requirement, and in that first we have to find out total policies, right? So now if you see in our data here, there is an ID field, and each row will give us an information of that particular policy, right, or claim which has been raised against that policy which they have. So total policies is nothing but we have to find out each and every row count, right? So how many rows are there, or and it can be found out by this particular primary key. as I told you, each and every row will be having a unique ID. So we will be taking a count of ID, which will help us to find out the particular number of policies, right? So for that, I will write a new measure. So I will write a new tag. So I'll just right click and I will create a new measure. So I'll just increase this size so it will be visible for you, and I will name it as total policies, right? So this is policies. It will be nothing but count of what ID. Simple, right? Simply you just have to find out the count of ID, which will help you to give the nothing but the total policies. Then we have to find out total claim amount. So claim amount is nothing but this is the claim amount which we have. We just have to take summation of all the claim amounts, and then it will be we will be able to find out those claim amounts. So right click and I'll create a new measure and I will name it as total claim amount, right? And it is nothing but sum of all the claim amount, right? So sum of the claim amount, hit enter. Similar way, what we have to find out is as per our requirements, where is it? Here. So we have to find out claim frequency, right? So we already have the claim frequency in our data. Here you can see claim frequency is already there. We will be using directly that. Then average claim amount is nothing but we will find it out. So average claim amount is nothing but, so first let me write it. So this is average claim amount is nothing but we will be taking the average of each and every or the rows, average of all the claim amount and all the rows which are there for us. So it will be nothing but average of what claim amount. So it will find out the average of claim amount for all the rows and just hit enter, right? And lastly, we have to find out gender wise policies. So we will find it later. So first four of this particular amount we will try to add in this particular manner, which are being added over here in this way. So we will do that first. So for that, I will be taking a new card visual. So this is a new card visual. I just click on this and you can see this is a new card visual. And one by one, I will add all of this. So first we have to find out total policies. Then we have to find out total claim amount. Then I have to find out the claim frequency. Just select the claim frequency and the average claim amount, right? But you can see these are been arranged in horizontal way, but we want to place it in vertical way over here. So select this card holder, then you have to just go to format your visual, and in layout, instead of horizontal, make it vertical, and maximum card shows just make it as 4, right? You can see 4, right? And you can increase the space between card to 15, right? Or make it 20, right? So space between cards, and I will reduce it now. And now next we will do some more formattings on this. So nothing but I will go in general first, and in properties I will choose the height for this as 460, right? And a width for this I will set it as 270, right? Now go to visual, and now in callout values we will do some formatting over here. So first what we'll do, we'll go in general first, and in effects we'll turn off the background for this, right? And in callout values over here, values we will choose the font as semi bold, okay, and the font size we will choose it as 28, okay. And the color code for this I will choose, color code for is hashtag 74D2C6, okay. So this would be the color code I will be using. I will use the center as a alignment. Label, okay, label also I will choose it as 12, and I will keep it as Sage UI only, and I will choose this as the color code, right, for it. And space between you can say label and this particular number I will make it as 1 megapixel, right, or 1 pixel only. So you can see the space between this number and the you can say label, this is the number. Then you have to go in cards below, you have to turn off the background and you have to turn off the this particular border as well, right? And now I will just bring it and I will place it over here, right? So in this same manner you can see, right? So in the same manner we have placed it, and we will be able to analyze, or we have created the KPIs for our this particular. And now we will do some more formattings over here. So I will just select this, and you can see this number, it is 38K, but I want to see the entire number. So I'll just go over here. I can go in call out values, and first I will just choose this total policies, right? And here you can see display units. I will choose it as none. Similar way, I will just choose the claim amount also. Display amount, let it be in millions only, right? And I will just choose it up to only one decimal point. Okay. And for claim frequency also, you can see the claim frequency, you are seeing it is as 19K, which does not make sense. What we have to do is we have to take average of this value, right? So here you can see sum of claim frequency is there. I will just click on this inverted triangle. Here you can see sum is there. I will just click on its average. So 0.5, and I can just go over here and then go in callout values, and I will choose the claim amount. And here I will just show up to one decimal point. So you can see 0.5 is the nothing but the claim frequency, right, of the entire data set. Right. So out of the total policies, zero point 0.5, 50% of is the claim frequency, right? In that way you can apply it. Average claim frequency also I will change it. Average claim frequency, I will just make it up to one decimal point only again, right? And similar way, now what I have to do is, you can see 187 million. You can see this is the claim amount, but we also have to add the currency over here, right? So for that, what I will do, I will just select the total claim amount from here. Just select this total claim amount in this data pane on right hand side. Just select the claim amount, select this, and you have to go in home, and just not in home, just go in measure tools, right? You have to go in measure tools, and here you can see a dollar symbol is there. Just click on the dollar symbol, and you can see a dollar has been added over here. Similar way, you can do it for average claim amount, and just click on this dollar symbol. As soon as you do, you can see a dollar symbol is been added in front of all of them. All right. So this is how you do more formattings to this particular KPIs, right? And different insights can be taken. The data which you have, the total policies which are being claimed are 37,542, and out of this total policies, these are the total amount which has been claimed, that is 187 million, 0.8 million. Claim frequency is 0.5, and for one single claim amount, for one single claim, if you see the average claim, it will be around $5,000, right? So this is how much the insurance company have to pay against these policies. And so this is at higher level what the business is doing, how much they are paying, how much is the average per claim amount, and all those figures, right? And then further, if you want to do more and more analysis, you will be have to creating the charts. But one more KPI we have to create over here is based on male and female users, right? So male and female policy holders, how much total policies, the bifurcation we have to do over here. All right, guys. So now we will move ahead to find out the male and female counts. So for that, we have to find out them separately. And to do that, I will write a new measure over here, and I will first name this as male count. Okay. And I will be using a calculate function over here. So it will take two arguments. First is what expression we want, and that is nothing but count of what, sum of what, and filter, right? If any filter condition we want. So count, nothing but we want count of ID, because we have to find out the number of policies. So I'll just find count of ID, close the bracket, comma. For what filter condition? Obviously we have to find it for male, so I will use the gender as, right? So we know the gender, and then we will name it as in double inverted comma. We have to find it for male, right? And this is what the DAX we are going to use. I'll just click OK. And you can see male count, right? So I'll just click on this male count again. I'll just select all, Control C, and I will create a new measure, and I will paste it over here, right? Same thing, just we have to change this to female, right? Everything will be same, just change this to female, because we also have to find out the female count. And I'll just click OK. And so you can see the name is same. So first we have to change this to female, right? So this is female count, and you can see a new measure has been now created. Now what I will do, I will just copy the same thing over here, Control C, Control V, right? And instead of all of this, I just want first is male count, and then I will be finding out is the female count, and I'll remove the this as well, right? And what I have to do is, but I have to mention this both of them in horizontal way, right? So for that, I will just go over here, and I will go to layout, and in vertical I will choose it as horizontal, right? And I will go to general, and from here I will just specify the height and width for this. So height I will choose it as 110, and width I will take it as, let's say, 260, right? So this will be height and width. And similar way, I will go in visualize, and I will go to call out values, and from here I will change the call out values to, let's say, 20. Okay, and similarly I'll make it as 22, and in layout, or just go to call out values, and from here just select a mail count, and I will choose it as 1 decimal point. Similarly, I will choose the female count, and I will also make it to a 1 decimal point, right? So we will have a difference that male are nothing but 18,700 something, and females are what, 18,800 something, right? And I'll just go over here, and now we will add those two images as well, right? Here you can see I have added those two images, right? These two images, I will just add those two images as well. So I'll just go in insert, and I will just go to image, and I think so I have it in downloads. So yeah, so I'll just add first mail image. I'll go in general, I'll go in properties, and I will specify the width and height. 115 is the height, and 115 is the width. Okay, so go. I'll bring it over here. Okay, similar way I will again insert a second one that is for female, right? So this is the female count, and I will again go to general properties, 115 and 115. Okay, and just bring it over here, and I will place it over here. All right, and now I'll just bring this particular over here, and I will just try to place it over here nice and clean. Nice. Okay, now just select this, and instead of male count, we'll just choose it as male over here. Similarly, for female also, we'll just choose female over here. All right. So this is for male and female that we have over here. Similar way, we have added over here as well, right? So this is how you create it actually. All right. So from here, you will be able to understand that both are equal, right? Male and female who are claiming those particular claims are having equal number of, that is 50% of both of them are claiming those particular amounts or policies, and based on that, the insurance company will be able to target both male and female equally, that both are raising and having their claims to be claimed in 50% of manner, that is equally. So they will have to target their customer gender wise equally, right? And as I told you, it is a demo data, but this might be different when you come to a real time models, right? So it might be something different when you actually do it for real time, right? Because this is a demo data, you are getting this kind of figures over here. All right. Then we will move ahead. And next, now what we have to find out is our charts requirement. Okay, guys, now first chart requirement that we have to do in this particular business requirement is to uh, visualize by using car use, right? So but first thing first, what we have to do is we have to create a dynamic measure slicer over here. By using that slicer, we will be able to change the measure into the charts. So first we will do that. So for that, what we have to do is we have to go in modeling, and in modeling you have an option here called new parameter. So I will create it from fields. So just create on fields, and I will name that parameter that select measure. So you can name whatever you want. So I've added a select measure, and I have already created two measures which we used in our KPIs. That is, first is total claim amount, and that is second is total policies. So these are the two fields or two measures which will be used for creating all our charts. And I'll just click on create. Okay, so as soon as you create, automatic DAX will be created, and a new table will be created in our right hand pane. So here you can see a new table is been created, which is for that particular parameter which we created, and this is its DAX auto created. I will just close this, and this is the slicer also which has been auto created over here, which we will be using for our use. So I'll just place it at top right corner, and we'll do some formattings on this first. I'll just go over here, and in slicer settings I will just make it as drop down. Okay, so it will be a drop down for us. So you can see from here you can select it, And selection, we will keep it as single select, right? So at a time you can only select one value, right? So now it is auto selected, or by default it is as total claim amount. All right, now we will create our charts. So first before creating the charts, we will add the placeholder for them. So I'll just copy this placeholder, control C, control V, and I will just go in general, and in properties I will specify the height and width for this. So the height I will choose it as 300, and width I will just select the width as 790. Okay, and I will just bring it over here, right? So this will be the height and width. Just make sure that they are perfectly aligned at the top. And now just select this, and or first what we have to do is we have to create, as per our problem statement, by car views we have to find out the donut chart. So from here I will just select the donut chart first, and then we have by car use, I will just select it as on legends, and I will select this particular dynamic measure which we created, and I will put it on values, right? And as soon as you change this to total policies, you can see it will be showing up the figures for total policies, and when I select total claim amount, it will change to claim amount. And its title is also dynamic. Okay, so don't edit anything on the title, it should be automatically working unless and until you change the title. And if you are changing it, then also you can do the dynamic change of the title. I have already added a video on how to do it. You can check on my channel, and it is already available in all the other different projects also. So I will just select this first, and I will do some formattings. We'll first go to general. In effects, I will turn off the title. Oh, sorry, effect background, and here I will just change this to Sagio UI. Sorry, Sagio UI. Where is it? Yeah, this Sagio UI. I will make it as this white, and I will make this to well. Okay, I hope this is the white which we are using, or it's too white. We'll just use this. Okay, next, uh, I'll just go to properties, and I will specify the height and width for this as, let's say, height. I will choose it as 285, and width I will specify it as 340. Okay, and I will just try to and bring it and place it over here. Take it at the top and here. Now some more formattings. Select it, go to visual, turn off the legend firstly. I don't want legend. I will just show it in its details labels only. And so go in labels, and I will just show category and data value. So this category and value I will be able to see over here. Values I will just make it as this. Okay, make the values to show as this, and I will make it as 10. So yeah, and more formattings, guys. Furthermore, we will change this to uh, we have to change the slices. I will just go in color. First, I will change it to private, and I will change the color of this, and I will be using a color code as hashtag. I will change it to 149D8B. Okay, so this is the color code. And for commercial, I will choose the color code as hashtag 036659. Okay, so this will be for commercial. Right, and spacing, I will increase the spacing to 70%. Okay, so this is how the total claim amount by car user. So you can see private car owners, right? So those cars are which are being used for their own purpose or for private purpose. You can see more and more claim is been raised for that, right? Out of 187, 150 million is been raised for private cars, right? But for commercial, when I say commercial, it may be rented, or you might be renting that particular car for office use, or for different industries, or for different private works, or commercial works, so commercial vehicles, right? So those are 37.4 million, which is considerably low than the private cars, right? For private car use. All right. So this is how you take an insight and you visualize this particular, this particular requirement, and obviously which is dynamic based on what we are selecting. Next, what we have to do is, as per our problem statement, we have to find out by using car make, and we have to analyze a bar chart in that, right? So I will just select the bar chart from here first. Okay, just select the bar chart, and we have to find out it with respect to car make. Okay, so this is the car make. I will just bring it over here, and we'll be using a dynamic measure on x-axis, right? So you can see there are different car makes, but we are just going to analyze few over here. So for that, I will just go in filters. I'll just select the top 10 first. We'll just select it for top n, and out of top n, I will just select top 10 because we cannot analyze all. You can analyze all as well if you want. You can keep it all, but I will be analyzing for top 10, and I will be using for this value, and I will just click on apply. Okay. Or let's do one thing. Let's keep all of them instead of this. Just instead of them, just keep basic filtering. You will keep all of them over here, right? Will not use or analyze for one single. We'll keep all of them so we can analyze all of them from here, right? So I'll just select this. I'll just click on format vendor and then select this. So automatically it will be changed, and I'll just reduce this and take it up to top. Okay. And now let's do some formatting. So I'll go on y-axis first. I will turn off the title, right? And the values, I will choose this and I'll make it as 10. Okay. Similar way, go to x-axis, turn off all the title and all the values. Okay, we'll specify the values in details itself, right? Then go to bars, and I will change the color of bar to hashtag 0FA793. Okay, so this will be the color, and turn on the data labels, right? And just go to values, and I will keep it as this. Okay, and 10. Okay, and if you want, you can increase the one decimal point, so you will be able to see those exact numbers over here. And I'll just increase it likewise and likewise. Okay, a considerable amount of space in between these two charts. All right. So this is claim amount by car use, and this is total claim amount by car make. So of which particular company that car is, or who is the manufacturer. So based on, like, you can say from here, Ford is the highest car which is being used for to claim it. So it is 16.6 million. Second, following by Chevrolet, Toyota, GMC, Mitsubishi. You can see all of them. The least one is Rambler. You can see almost 0.0 million. Okay. So in this way, you will be able to identify based on its car make, right? If you want, you can do more analysis over here. I'll just go in bars, and in layout, let's say I will increase the uh, this particular space in between these two particular things, right? And now it will be easy and nice looking chart for us, right? So this is how you do it. So let's move ahead to our next charts requirement, guys. So as per our next requirement, we have to find out by coverage zone. And in this also, we have to create a donut chart, right? So for that, what I will do, I will just take this placeholder back over here again. Okay, just try to bring it over here. I'll try to make the alignments, and I'll reduce it like this. Okay, or I can increase more. Right, I'll just take it to the left, and then I'll increase it like this. Okay, so this is fine, right? Perfect. And now what I will do, I'll just try to add that donut chart over here. Okay, so what I'll just copy this only. So Control C, Control V, and I will just go over here. First, go in general, and in properties, I will change its height to, let's say, 295, and I will change it width to 375. Okay, and I'll just bring it over here. Perfect. And now instead of car use, what we want over here is coverage zone. Okay, so we have this coverage zone, and I will add it over here, right? So this is with respect to the coverage zone, but we will do some more formattings on this. I want to show the legends over here, and I will just go to detail lab labels. Okay, so in detail labels, what I will do, I will just show data value and percentage. Okay, I won't show these labels over here because those are already in coverage. I mean to say in the legends. And now I will hide that particular legend. The title I don't want because the title is already mentioned over here. And in text, I will make it as a 9 and I will make it as this color. Okay. Similar way, we'll do some more formattings. I mean, just the legend formatting is ready now. The colors, right? So the slices colors are required, right? So I will just go in slices. I will select the first urban color, and from here I will change that color to, let's say, hashtag B3, B3, B3. Okay, so 3 times B3, and then I will just choose the highly urban color, and the color code which I will be using is hashtag 0FA793. Okay, so hashtag 0FA793. Similar way, just go ahead and choose ruler, and in this I will choose color code for me will be hashtag 74D to C6. Okay, so this will be the color code for rural, and for semi, or you can say suburban, I will just choose it as hashtag 4, hashtag 04837. Right, and the last one is the highly rural. Okay, and in this I will choose the color code as hashtag 006154. Okay, so this will be the color codes which I will be using for this, and you can see uh, this according to this particular coverage zone. If you can take insights, it equally all the zones are there which are giving, or they, from where they are raising that particular claims. All right, so now without wasting time, we will just move ahead with our next requirement, that is by age group. Okay, so to do this particular age group, first what we have to do is, if you see in our data first, here you can see we have the birth date, right? So we have the birth date, but from that first we have to find out the age, and after that we have to go ahead and then find out the age groups, right? So first we have to find out the age. So we will write those calculations first. So I'll come to my Power BI, and what I will do, I will just right click over here and I will create a new column. Okay. So for that, I will just create a new column, not a new measure, because we have to find out first a new column which will hold our age. And for that, I will name it as age. Okay. So now age, what we will do, we will find the age till today. Okay. So at this particular point of moment, I will find the age, but always remember that as soon as, if you are seeing this particular video 6 months later or 1 year later, then the age what I am seeing and the age which you will be seeing will change, because I am using a today function. So for today, for this video where I am recording, it's 1st of September 2025. So you will be able to see the age as per my today's date. But let's say if you're watching that video tomorrow, 3 months later, 1 year later, and you will see the age with your respective date on which you are seeing it, right? So don't worry if you are seeing some different numbers. All right, so I will just write a different function that I will be using is a date. Okay, so the date which we are having is a birth date, and second date which we'll be using, we will use it as a birth date, right? Sorry, the today's date, and an interval or the difference in between these two we will find out in the years. Okay, so I'll just first mention the first date, that is nothing but the birth date. Okay, so this is the first date, and what should be the second argument, that is the second date, which will be our today's date. So we'll just use a today's function, and how much and in what interval you want it. You want it in days, hour, minute, months, but we have to find it in year. Okay, so just select year, close the bracket, and just hit enter. And as soon as you do, you can see a new column has been created, and if you want to see that column, you will be able to see in this particular table view. You can see the ages have been now calculated. All right, and now what I will do first, now we have to find out again the age group. So we have to create the age groups based on intervals of 10 years. Okay, starting from, let's say, 15 we will start, and for that I have already wrote the calculation. I will just select this, and I will right click, and I will again create a new column for this, and I will paste it over here, right? So I'll just try to show you what we are writing over here. The age group we have created, I'm using a switch and a true function, And then if insurance age, right, so we already have created the age column over here. If it is greater than or equal to 15, and if it is less than or equal to 25, then create this particular category. In the same way, we have created it until 75, and whatever it is greater than 75 will be treated as 76 plus, right? So likewise, and I will just click OK, and I'll close this. And if you go and see into the data, you can see the age groups are now created over here. All right. And now we have to go ahead and visualize this. So before that, what I will do, I will just go ahead and create a placeholder for this. So I'll just select this placeholder, Control C, Control V. I'll just bring it down. Okay. And I will just bring it all the way down over here and just go to general, and in properties, I will choose its width. I will change its width to 400. Okay. So this will be the width which we will be using. All right. I will just take it a bit up, and then I will just bring it. Okay. Perfect. In this way. Yeah. Perfect. And now what we will do, we will just go ahead and do the visualization. First, I will just select this. I will go in shape and I will just reduce this to, let's say, 4%, the rounded rectangles, because it is very much rounded. Now what I will do, I will just select the column chart from here. We have to create a clustered column chart. I'll just reduce it. And now we are going to bring age group on x-axis, and I will bring the dynamic measure on our y-axis, right? So in this way. Now, but you can see it has been sorted in descending order. So for that, I will just go over here. I will click on sort axis, and I will sort it in ascending order. So it will start from this age and it will end at this particular ages, right? So likewise, we will be building this particular chart. Now, next thing what we will do, we'll do some formatting. So I'll just select this chart itself and I'll just click on format printer and just click over here, right? So it will be automatically formatted for me. All right. Now I'll just go over here, go on to the general, and in properties, I'll just change its height to 240, and I'll just change it width to 365. Okay. And now I will just bring it over here. Okay. Likewise. Perfect. All right. So this is how you create by age group. All right, guys. So now we will do some more formattings on this. So I will just select this and I will just go over here. And in x-axis, let's see if anything is available for us. No, not in x. I'll just go in y-axis. Okay, everything is proper. But one thing you might have noticed that here you can see it is 15 to 25 and directly you are getting 66 to 75. Right, so which has been not sorted correctly. So I'll just select this, and here I click on sort axis, and here it is right now at total claim amount, right? So instead of this, I will just choose age group, and as soon as you do, now it has been correctly in the correct range. Now we are seeing it, and this is how you create a histogram actually, right? So I'll just minimize this. So this is actually how you create a histogram, which is also called as a frequency chart, and you can also change it to total policies also, and you can view it as per the total policies, right? So you can see almost from 26 to 65 are the age groups which are creating or going for more number of policies, right? So now next what we will do, we will go to our next problem statement. And here now we have to find out based on the packets driving, and we have to create a ribbon chart, right? So for that, what I will do, I will just go ahead and I will just take a ribbon chart from here. So this is the ribbon chart, right? And then I will just go for kids driving over here. I will add it on the x-axis, and the measure I will add it on the y-axis, right? This is how you create this. I'll just select this same chart, click on the format painter, right? And just click on this, right? And I will do some more formatting on this now. So first, I'll just try to bring it over here. Okay, just take it a bit down. And now I'll just go over here. I'll go in columns, and first I'll change its color to hashtag 28E09E. Okay, and go in ribbons, and I will increase its transparency to 50%. Okay, so transparency I will need it in 50%. I will go in layout and space. I'll just increase the space in between ribbons. No, it's not a space, so I have to increase it from here, I guess. Yeah, I'll make it as, let's say, 45%. Okay, and now I will go in data labels and I will just choose its position to inside end. Okay, and I will go in value and I will make it as white. It will be perfectly visible for us. Okay, or should I make it black? CHUS anymore. Okay, just let's make it white only. Okay, so next I'll just select this first again. In grid lines, I will turn off the vertical grid line. I will be just go to data labels, select the data label, first go in value, and here display units I will just choose it in millions only. Okay, and 0 decimal points. All right, and what else? I think so details is not required. Okay, so this is fine. And now next, let's move ahead to our next requirement. So now let's move ahead to our next requirement, guys. And as per our problem statement, we have to find out by carrier, that is nothing but we have to find out the area chart now, right? So now let's move ahead. So for first, I will just create a placeholder for this. I'll just Control C and Control V. Okay, and okay, and I will just extend it likewise. Okay, just try to adjust it over here, and the height which I will be using for this, I'll just go in general and I'll go in properties. So the height which we'll be using is 810, or just use it as 800. Oh, sorry. Just increase this, the height I have to change. So I will be using the height for this is 255. Okay, and now I'll just build my line chart. So for that, first I'll just take an area chart or a line chart. Okay, and I have to use uh, a car year. I should use a car year over here, and so I'll just take this car year and I will add it on x-axis and the select measure on y-axis. But you can see the car year has been starting from different amounts over here. So we'll just find it for a specific year. So we'll just start it from 1990. So I'll just select this, go to filters. Okay, and by car year, I will just click on advanced filterings and I'll just click on is greater than, and the value should be 1990, and I'll just apply it. Okay, so you can see I've just started it from 1990, and now I'll just do some formattings on this. So I'll just select this chart itself, go on format and just click on this. Okay, so I'll just close it right now, likewise. Okay, and I'll just bring it likewise. Perfect. So now let's do some more formattings over here. I'll just go over here, and on x-axis, what I will do is I'll just turn off the, oh no, I will keep the values, and on y-axis also I will turn on the values. Okay, because we have to show those values over here. And later what we should do, I'll just go to values and I'll just make it as this. Okay, and I'll just reduce it to 8. And grid lines, we have to turn off all the grid lines. I'll just select the grid lines, turn off both the grid lines, turn off the data labels as well. Okay, I'll go to lines. Okay, and I will change the color of the line. From this I will change it to #080BD. Okay, And okay, so it's not taking it. So it should be hashtag 0. Yeah, it should be 08C0BT. Okay, so this should be hashtag. Okay, so we'll just change it from here itself then. Okay, so just try to take this color and we'll go to shaded area. We'll increase the shaded area to 65 or 66%. Okay, I will just use markers also for this. Okay, so this will be the marker and I will use the color as, let's say, this color, or we'll use this color. This is fine, and I will use border also for it. I'll use it as a black border of 1 megapixel. Okay, or of 1 pixel size, right? So this is how you create a chart. And if you look at this particular chart and take an insight, you can see that cars which are of make more than 2000, those are getting more and more clear, because the cars which are less and from 1990 to, let's say 1999, those might have already less owners. Some of them might have gone to scrap as well. So that's the reason they will be having less claim amounts, and because the number of cars would be the less itself, so more and more claims are being generated for the cars which are greater than, let's say, from 1998 or from 1999, right? So this is how you can take an insight from. And there are the cars which are less than this also, but it is of no use in visualization because those are in very small numbers, right? So this is how you do this particular analysis, right? And next thing what we will do now, we'll just move ahead and we'll do our next analysis, all right? So for that, what we will do, we will just create one more placeholder. So I'll just control C and control V. Okay, right. So the same placeholder, we will use it over here. And next, what we have to find out is, as per our problem statement, we have to go ahead and find out our, by education, we have to create a pie chart. Okay, so for that, I'll just select a pie chart from here and I'll just go ahead and add the education and I will add this particular measure over here, right? And now I'll just go ahead, turn off the legends. I'll go in general, turn off the effects. Okay, and title also I'll just then change this to Sagio UI. I'll just change to this particular color and for 12. Okay, and now I will just change its properties. I will just change it height to 243 and I will change its width to 322. Okay, I'll just try to bring it over here. Perfect. Okay, now let's do some more formatting in data labels. I will just go in values and I will just change its color to this, and nice, good. And now we'll just go ahead and change the slices color as well. So color I will choose, first I'll choose for bachelors and I will choose the color code for this as hashtag 04A492. Okay, so this will be for bachelors. For high school I will choose it as a different color. It will be hashtag 0F897F. Okay, and for masters I will choose as a different color, hashtag 046058. And lastly, for PhD, okay, it will be hashtag 037C71. Okay, so this will be the color code. All right, now this will be the total claim by education, and lastly what we have to do is we have to create by education and marital status a matrix, a chart we have to create. So I'll just take a matrix chart over here, and if you see over here, in this way you have to create, right, education and marital status, right? So I'll just select it, I'll just reduce it likewise, increase it likewise, and bring it over here. Okay. Okay. Now let's do some formattings on this. First, we will add, uh, let's say education. Okay. And in columns, I will add the marital status. Okay. And in values, I will add the total claim amount directly. Right. You just add total claim amount. Now we will do some formattings. Just go over here and in grid, first we will just format the values first. Before that also I'll just go to cell elements and select this value. Okay. Or just go to specific column, and from here display units I'll make it to millions, and I'll just show to 1 decimal point. Okay. Right. Perfect. And now I'll just turn off the columns of totals. Okay. We don't want to show the columns of totals. I will go in values. I will make it as 11. Okay. Let's make it 12. Okay. Then go to general, go to turn off the effects. Okay. And in values also, now what I will do, I have to add this background color only. Okay. So I'll just select this background, go to style. Okay. Copy this color code. And now select this matrix chart. Go to values. First background color will change it to this. Second alternate background color also will change it to that. And now we'll change this to white color, and this alternate text also will change it to white color. Okay. Similar way, we have to choose the row subtotal as well, and with values I will also make it as this. Okay, but I think so we have to change it from row grand total. Okay. Yeah. And we'll also make it as not bold, we'll make it as usual semicolon. All right. And now we will do some more formattings over here. Just go to grid, turn on the horizontal grid. Okay. And increase the grid size. All right. Similar way, first we'll just go ahead and change the column headers, right? Make it 12. Okay. Or 13. Similar way, row headers also make it 13. Right. And now I will increase the column grid. Just make it as 10, and values I'll make it as, I think so 12 is fine. Okay. And the width of this I will choose it at this, so it will match with it. Similarly, vertical grid lines also will add just 2, and color also will match it to this. Similar way, close this everything. Okay, now come back to column headers, and I will change its background color to this, and text color I will choose it this. Right. Similar way, what first we have to do is, guys, we have to add the title of this chart. Right. So I will add the title. From here only we can copy it. It should be claim amount by education and marital status. So claim amount by education and marital status. Okay. I'll change this to Sage UI, change it to 12, and I'll change it to white color. Okay. Perfect. So you can see a scroll bar is still visible for us. So what I will do, I'll just come over here, go to grid, and I will turn off this grid lines. Not this, we'll just reduce this grid lines 8. Okay, now it looks good. And now I'll just go to row headers, and it's just go to row headers, and I'll just turn off this banded color, and I will just choose this color, and text color I will choose it as this, or this is fine. Okay. All right, guys. And next, what we will do, we will have to give this a background color. So I'll just choose it from here. I will go to conditional formatting and I will choose it as background color. And from here, the lowest color I'll choose it this. Okay. Maximum color, I will go in more colors and I'll just choose it as this one. Okay. Now I'll just click on OK. And as soon as you do, you can see the color codes are being available over here. And from here, you can take different insights like if he's a bachelor and if he's a driver's, then what is his claim amount, and based on that you can just take an insights on how much different claims are being raised for different educations and different people with different marital statuses, right? So this is how you create it, and now we will also add vertical lines in between so that it will add as a distinguisher between these two charts, right? So for that I will just go in insert, and from here I will add a line over here, right? So this is the line. So what I will do, I will just go in shape and I will rotate it by 90 degrees. Okay. So I've rotated it in 90 degrees, reduce it likewise, and try to bring it over here. Okay. Right. And now I will just go to its style, go to its border, and from here change the color. This is fine. Okay. And I will just copy the same, Control C, Control V, and I will bring it over here. Okay. Similar way, I will copy this, Control C and Control V. Here I will just make it style to or shape. I will change its rotation to 0 again. Okay, I will make it horizontal again. This will be a one more distinguisher. Alright. So this is how you create it. And one more I will add it line, Control C, Control V. I will add it over here. And here you can add the same way which I have added over here, like who developed this, and you can add these buttons also over there. So I'll just copy this buttons directly. Okay, I will add the text, Control C, and I will paste it over here. Okay, likewise. So from here I will just show you what we are going to do from these buttons. Okay, so these buttons are nothing but whenever you are publishing different this particular on dashboard on the server, you will be able to show this particular buttons, right? So first what I will do, I'll just format this particular slicer over here. So for that I will just go over here, go in slicer settings, first go to effects, and I will just turn on this background to this. Okay, or we'll just choose it as one lighter background. Okay, yeah, this is fine. And now I'll just go to values. I'll choose the values as this. Okay, and its background also, background of values also, I'll choose it as this. Similar way, the header also we have to change it to, let's say, Sergio Semibola. Okay, and change it to 9 and font color as white. Okay, and from here you will be able to change this particular color. Perfect. Okay. So now in this way, you create this particular dashboard. I hope you might have learned, but you can see for total policies also this color should be changed. So just go ahead and change the color of this also, because we just change it for total claim amount. We have to change it for total policies also. So for that, I will just go in line again, and in this, I will just change this color to this, or I'll just go in more colors, and you can take a Fanta color from here. Yes. And when I choose total claim amount, it will change its color. Okay, you can keep two different colors also if you want, one with a greener shade and one with more light greener shade or something other, right? So this is how you create it. Now, once we have created this entire dashboard, next thing is that we have to publish this particular dashboard on server, right? So as I told you, to publish this particular on server, uh, you can see this is all I have already published on server, but before publishing, you should have an Power BI service account, right? So for that, what you can do is you can create an account. Either you can create a paid account, or you can just create a temporary Microsoft login ID from which you can go to app.powerbi.com and you can log in it over there, and from there you can log into your this particular Power BI service, right? And from there you will be able to publish it, and you will be publishing it in my workspace. From there I have just created one folder, but what I will do, I will just create a new folder, one more over here, and I will name it as insurance report. Okay, I'll just click on create report, right? So you can see insurance report folder has been created. Now I will go to my dashboard over here. First I have to save this my particular dashboard, right? And I will save it as insurance claims analysis report. Okay, and I will just click on save, right? And now you have an option. Just go in home button over here, and in home you have an option over here that you will have to publish it, right? So you can publish this report online. Just click on publish. Because you are logged in with the same account which is there on your Power BI service, you will automatically be shown your my workspaces, right? So which the folder which I created is my insurance report. I will just click on that and I will select that particular folder, and it will start publishing that particular Power BI report, right? So it will take some time for publishing, and at the end you will get a message that success, and here you have a link that just publish, just open it, right? So as soon as you do, it will give and or it will open that particular dashboard for you. All right, so you can see this has been published for you. You can also use the copilot feature over here, but I haven't I mean it is not supported for my workplace, right? I have to go ahead and enable it from my settings. Now what you can do is, if you want to publish this report, right? If you want to, I mean, publicly, if people want to see these reports, and if you want to add it in your portfolio as well, what you can do is you can just go in files, then you have an option here called embed report, and then you have to just click on publish to web. For few of the people, you won't be able to see this option because it will say that contact your administrator. So for that, you have to just go in settings and you have to go in general. Okay, so you have to go in general Power BI settings, right? And from here, I think so you have to go over here, and yeah, you have to go in over here and you have to go in admin first, right? So you have to go in admin account. Okay, and then from here you have to set that. I'm not finding the correct way. I know I have done it, but I'm not sure from where to do it, but I have done it. Yeah, so from here I think so I have to go to admin portal. Yeah, so from settings you have to go to admin portal, then you have to go to tenant settings, right? And here you will have that particular option, that is to enable that. So I just go here, and here you will find somewhere the embed feature. Okay, so I'll just scroll it down and just find Control F, embed. You can say in developer settings that particular option is that embed content in apps, and you have to enable this, right? So enable this, and then you have to apply, and after 15 minutes that will be enabled, right? So I will just come to file, I will just click on embed report, click on publish to web, click on continue, click on publish. Okay, so it will generate a report for me that how it will be looking into the web when you publish it over there. So I'll just copy this, right? Copy this particular code, that is this particular code. I will copy it, I will come in my Power BI desktop also, you can do it, right? Got it. And let's say I want to click attach it on home button. So I'll just click on home button. I'll click on action, right? and it should go to web URL, and I will paste that URL over here, right? And I'll just close this. And now let's see if it works. So when I click on this, you can see it will be taking me to a web URL where that particular dashboard will be open for me. You can see it will be open publicly, and you can share this link to your or add it in your resume, add it in your portfolio, so that they can see that particular dynamic dashboard, right? And as I told you more and more that when I click on this, it should be filtering all these particular values. So when I'm clicking on this slicer, you can see these particular values are highlighting, those are not filtering. So for that, what I will do, I will just go to format page and I will click on edit interactions, right? So wherever you see this has been selected, highlight has been selected, you have to go ahead and change it to filter, and you can see it has been filtered now. So here also just choose filter, choose this here filter. Similarly, here also choose it as filter, and here also you have to choose it as filter. The similar way you have to select all the other charts again, and you have to, let's say I'm clicking on Ford, you can see again it is highlighting. So you have to choose the filter option. Similar way here also you have to choose the filter option. Here also you have to choose the filter option here as well. So you have to do it for all other charts. Select this chart and change this. Select this chart and change this. This one, select the chart, select this chart, select this chart, and do it for all other charts, right? So it will be repetitive 3 to 4 times you have to do this, so that it will be completely filtering and not highlighting, right? So guys, this is how you create this particular dashboard. I hope you have liked this, and if yes, then just please go ahead and subscribe the channel, like this particular video, and share it with your friends. Till then, bye.